Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Under the sharp lights of Stamford Bridge, where loyalty often runs as deep as the club's blue crest, an unexpected moment of grace unfolded, not on the pitch, but beside it. It wasn't about goals, tackles, or chants this time. It was about humanity, respect, and an emotional bond between two athletes who had never shared a field, but somehow deeply understood each other. Tennis icon Serena Williams stood tall on the sidelines, eyes fixed not on Chelsea's backline or the Premier League standings, but on a player from the rival side, Phallon Tullis-Joyce, the towering American goalkeeper making waves with her recent performances. What Serena did next wasn't choreographed, posted, or promoted. It was quiet, genuine, and it left an impression far stronger than any final score. A crossroads of clubs and courts. Let's be clear, Serena Williams has had no formal allegiance to the English Premier League. Her sporting domain has always been one-on-one, racket in hand, alone on the court with the weight of the world balanced on her shoulders. But her husband, tech entrepreneur, and Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian, has made no secret of his support for Chelsea Football Club. His social feeds are peppered with Chelsea merch, tributes to former manager Frank Lampard, and matchday moments. And so, when the couple made a surprise appearance at a high-profile women's football fixture between Chelsea FC women and Manchester United, fans were quick to assume they were there to support the home side. But that assumption took a dramatic twist. When the final whistle blew and the players began shaking hands and trading jerseys, Serena, wearing a sleek, neutral trench coat over a cream jumper, effortlessly commanding attention, broke ranks with the crowd and made her way toward the opposite bench. There, amidst the hustle of debriefs and post-match emotions, stood Phallon Tullis-Joyce, and Serena beelined for her, the goalkeeper who made Serena pause. At 6'0", Phallon is used to standing out, but that night it wasn't her height, it was her heart. The match had been brutal. Manchester United narrowly lost 2-1, and Phallon had made a series of astonishing saves that kept her team alive until the dying minutes. Serena had watched the entire match with a kind of laser focus she usually reserved for Wimbledon finals. Every dive, every deflection, every time Phallon rose from the turf, shaking off disappointment like sweat. She reminded me of myself, Serena would later say in a quiet post-match interview. The resilience, the way she carried herself when things didn't go her way, that's the mark of a real athlete. Serena knows about comebacks, about disappointment, about expectations so heavy it carves into your ribs. So when she reached out and pulled Phallon into a hug, not a quick tap and go, but a full-bodied embrace, it wasn't just admiration, it was recognition. Two women, two warriors, one moment, overlooking allegiances, embracing athletes. If Alexis noticed Serena walking away from the Chelsea bench, he didn't show it. In fact, he smiled knowingly as cameras captured the embrace. Ohanian, a champion of women's sports in his own right and part owner of Angel City FC, understood the nuance. Loyalty to a club is one thing, but what Serena did transcended blue versus red. It was athlete to athlete, soul to soul. Later, when asked by a Sky Sports correspondent whether she realized she was hugging the enemy, Serena just laughed. In that moment, there was no Chelsea or United, just respect. I know what it's like to fight and not get the result. I know what it's like to give your everything and still feel empty. And I saw her doing that tonight. I felt it. Phallon, for her part, was visibly emotional. In her post-match comments, she admitted the hug caught her off guard. I didn't even know she was in the crowd until after. Then she walked up to me, and suddenly Serena Williams, was hugging me like we just lost a Grand Slam final together. It meant everything. I was fighting back tears. A moment that echoed far beyond the stadium. The clip of Serena embracing Phallon went viral within minutes. Social media lit up, not with memes, but with awe. Athletes from every corner of sport weighed in. Megan Rapinoe tweeted, "Real recognizes real. That's it. That's the tweet." Naomi Osaka posted a photo of the moment with the caption, "This is what women's sport is about. Unity, strength, class." LeBron James simply wrote, "Goosebumps. Legends supporting legends." But it wasn't just big names. Fans, especially young girls, flooded Twitter and TikTok with reactions. One comment summed it up perfectly. Serena's new chapter. Off the court, on the front lines. Since stepping back from professional tennis, Serena has been anything but idle. She's become an advocate, investor, and mentor in the growing landscape of women's sports. Whether through her venture fund supporting female entrepreneurs or her involvement in the NWSL, Serena has made it clear. Her legacy won't be confined to Grand Slam trophies. This moment with Phallon was just another chapter in that evolution. Being an athlete doesn't end when you retire, she said that evening. It just changes. Now I want to be there for the next generation. I want to show up, not just when they win, but especially when they don't. And show up she did. Phallon Tullis-Joyce, a rising star recast in light. For Phallon, the encounter lit a fire. She had already been carving a path of her own, known for her stoic composure, her fierce shot-stopping, and her unique journey through the NWSL to France's Reims, and then to Manchester United. But Serena's public display of support reframed her story. Suddenly, sports outlets who'd never covered women's goalkeepers were running pieces titled, "Who is Phallon Tullis-Joyce, the footballer who moved Serena Williams to tears?" Phallon, always humble, took the newfound attention with quiet gratitude. Honestly, it wasn't about fame, she said in an interview. It was about being seen, truly seen, by someone who's lived it. That hug meant more than any headline. She added, "I want to earn that kind of respect on my own now. For real. And from the way she's been playing since. More fearless, more vocal. It's working. Love, sport, and letting go of teams for moments." One journalist asked Alexis Ohanian how he felt seeing his wife embrace a rival player, one who had almost shut down his beloved Chelsea that night. He chuckled. "We're competitive people, sure," he said. "But sport is also about heart. And Serena, she's got the biggest one of all. It's not that allegiances don't matter. They do. Chelsea remains Chelsea. Rivalries fuel the narrative of sport, but every now and then, something cuts through the chance and tribalism. A missed save, a heartbreak loss, a hug. It reminds us that behind the jerseys are humans, fighting battles we'll never fully see. The final whistle. The scoreboard that night will fade. The win, the loss. It's already archived in match reports. But that image, Serena Williams, embracing a tear-streaked Phallon Tullis-Joyce under the London lights, will remain. Because sport, at its most beautiful, isn't just about who wins. It's about who shows up. And when Serena showed up that night, she reminded us all, greatness isn't just measured by titles, but by the moments you choose to care.